Welcome, motherfuckers.
Welcome back, everybody. We have Hunter's 1 liter Twisted Teas in my face. You can't even see me because I'm a midget. And he's put these quad-sized fucking cinder block.
They're ridiculous.
Jugs of tea
One of
my face.
One of our fraternity brothers put me on, Cole, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, just go get them at the gas station. They're only like $2." And I was like, "No fucking way. Those are huge."
These are big for only $2. 24 fluid ounces.
They had 5 flavors, but I only got 3.
What'd you get?
So we're gonna try them out. I got the original one, which is I already know it's gas, and then we have the half and half, Arnold Palmer, and then peach.
These motherfuckers are huge.
Which one should we do first?
I'd go peach.
Yeah, you could fucking start doing fucking shoulder presses with this shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go.
Peach?
Your ass needs to get in the gym.
I know.
I'm just kidding. You're sexy.
No, you're not. I'm a fat little fuck.
No, you're too skinny. That's the problem.
Now I know you're just fucking lying to me.
No, I want you to come to the gym with me. But you won't. So I must shame you.
I applaud that.
Exactly. I'm just holding you accountable.
That's good.
So Hunter said earlier this week, duct tape the pussy hole shut.
Bro, I told you not to fucking bring this up. Now I'm going to have to cut this out.
You're not going to get out.
Yes, I am.
We have to give context. What was the context?
So what? I don't know. No, we're not.
I think we were talking about abortion, and then you said, just duct tape the pussy hole shut. What if you...
Like, my kids are going to see this one day. My grandma's probably already texting me.
What if you did duct tape the pussy hole shut, and then a baby's grown in there, but it can't come out because you've duct taped the pussy hole shut?
That's got to be like...
Does it just grow and grow and grow?
That's got to be like some Gorilla Glue tape or something, bro.
I don't know. It's already hard to squirt them things out.
I mean, are we talking like one strand of duct tape, or are we talking just like
Yeah, we're talking like, you know how they make the duct tape balls?
like a fucking mummy, but it's a mummy, but it's a pussy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty hard for the baby to come out.
Yeah, exactly. That baby ain't gonna be able to come out of there.
Fuck no.
He's gonna punch through the fucking tape.
He's gonna have to go through the other hole.
Yeah, and you can't. Yeah, I'm duct
sure you
taping
could.
that fucking pussy hole and asshole.
And both
shut.
of them. Wow.
So I just wanted to throw that out there. I thought that'd be a good start to the show. Our podcast is now on Spotify and soon to be Apple Podcast. So go fucking listen to it. There are a lot of other knockoff Bartalk podcasts, and they're all horse shit. Like, one of them is like 2 fucking bitches talking about how they get drunk and shove a cock in their ass at 4 a.m. Who cares? Listen to this instead. It's Bar Space Talk with Carson and Hunter.
We're about to rename it, though. Call Me Mommy.
Oh. Good
So,
little play on words
yeah,
there.
you like that? So I'm mommy, and he's mommy. Call us fucking mommy. We got our pussy holes taped. Regroup.
Call us mommy. We got our pussy holes taped.
You know, that's like a good idea for a chastity belt too. Like if you really if you don't mind enduring that pain of like ripping it off afterwards, you could, if you're going to a date and you're not like it's like your first date and you're not sure who this guy is, you know, you better be safe than sorry.
This is
and
like,
he tries to put his hand down your pants and
it's duct tape.
Chastity
and he
version,
says,
yeah.
That pussy hole's duct tape.
Yeah.
Shit, motherfucker.
He's like, fuck, not again.
Like every bitch got their pussy hole duct tape.
3 times
now.
this week, damn it.
No, that's like the poor, food stamp Bible Belt really conservative dad's solution to forcing abstinence on his daughter.
Yeah.
And hey, we're all for throwing ideas out there. Fucking, it's better than abortion, am I right? If nothing can even get in there in the first place, you know.
Exactly. It's better
Don't have to worry about it.
to be preventative than whatever the fuck than fucking dealing with it after the fact.
I like the way this episode's going. I
I
like the
don't.
direction.
I really fucking hate it so far. I mean, what the fuck is going on?
You bought the jugs of twisted tea, bruv.
You called me out. Called me out. And now I'm tainted.
I've said
history.
worse. I've said worse.
I'm tainted in history now.
Good. That's the whole point.
I will
of this
go down
show.
as the guy who's talking about duct taped pussies.
I don't see what's wrong with that. Some women will like that. They'll be like,
Hey, I'm patenting it, so don't fucking steal my idea. Okay?
Wow. Okay, what a way to open it. So
If you're gonna fucking take it there, I'm gonna take it farther, motherfucker.
all right, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Let's start off with this. Scotland's prime minister is a menopause advocate. And so
That is a great segue from where we were just at.
Yeah, you having problems with menopause? Just duct tape the pussy all shut. No more issues. But yeah, she was like, and I can't even do a Scottish accent because they're so hard. She's
Yes,
like,
you can. You had a great fucking Scottish accent.
Really?
In the car, yeah.
okay, all right, ready? Here's like what she did. If I had known what menopause would be like when I was 15, I would have never lived till then. And she's on like live TV and she's like, many people don't understand what it's like to go through menopause. And just like nobody gives a shit. It's like, lead your country. Go home.
See, the thing is, like, women don't even give a shit until they get it. You know,
Exactly.
It's like if like people our age, they're listening in, they're like, okay, cool. Like, I feel bad because you have menopause, but like, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, we don't have to fucking worry about it. Yeah, look at this bitch.
I mean, what do you even fucking do about it?
The only thing this bitch has had in her fucking pussy is fingers from another woman.
Oh, it's like Jason
Yeah.
Bateman.
Here we go. Let's see. I this is from Substack. I subscribe to this place called Feminist Giant.
Wow,
And it's very fun. I'm not going to sign in to look at it, but yeah, she experienced hot flashes at work. God forbid. So this explains, why middle-aged women in office doing things drastically sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hillary Clinton, sex trafficking, people in Haiti. It's just menopause. Kamala Harris throwing thousands of black people in jail for weed.
Menopause.
Amber
Heard.
shitting on a bed. Literally shitting the bed. Menopause. Shit like that. So, Candace, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I thought this was funny how this is the state of the world right now. We have
The state of the world is just so many fucking things right now.
it's bad. It's no good. No
There is
good.
some good though.
Like what?
Call of Duty.
Oh, I don't like it. I played it. I don't like it.
You don't like it? Do you play the campaign?
No.
Okay.
Is
Don't
it
talk
good?
to me. Don't fucking talk to me. The Modern Warfare 2 campaign, I feel like I've already said this, but the Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2 campaign is probably one of my favorite campaigns.
Like the
the
original one?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but this one is pretty damn good. I wouldn't say, well, I don't know. Can't really top the first thing, but it is pretty damn good. It's hard. It's fucking hard.
See, that's what I don't like about it. Like I cannot do a video game that is super fucking hard. Like I need a video game that's like pretty simple because I get obsessed. Like we talked about it last time.
Too.
I just played Sekiro, and that's like one of the hardest games.
And now you're playing fucking Smash, like.
And I'm a god, and
like your
I
fucking
beat that
finger,
ass.
like your fingers have steroids in them.
Yeah,
fucking.
I'm the best in the house. I'm the best of anyone in the fucking town. Nobody can take me. Nobody. I went 20 for 4 with Brian.
Yeah, but you still lost
4 times. It's a 5-1 KD, bitch.
Yeah, but he doesn't have as much experience as you.
Yeah, he does. He's just a pussy.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he
No,
does.
he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. They used to have a Switch at the house. I just got one this year.
Dude, I never saw him play that shit ever.
They had a Switch at their fucking house. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Can we talk about that? If y'all haven't seen it, look up Accuser Woman on TikTok right now. Search, like, pause the fucking video. Just look it up for a quick second and come back. Like, this woman is screaming at this man, filming her in the grocery store, and she is just like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! You accuser,
You fucking accuser of the brethren."
Yeah. I'm trying to help you, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Then she gets like pissed.
Yeah,
like, she flips
the
the switch.
store clerk comes over and she's like, "What's going on here,
Yeah.
ma'am?"
Fuck you! You fucking accuser!
She looks at him. She's like, "You're going to hell." And then she looks at the lady who's got to be like a 20-year-old grocery store employee, and she's like, "You are too, motherfucker."
Yeah, she sounds like, but when she talks, like we're talking like this, it's very accurate. If you haven't seen it yet, she talks like she has like a just mouthful of boogers.
Oh,
just in her mouth.
Oh God,
motherfucker!
Why did you have to put that fucking image in my mind?
Because it's how she talks. It's like, she's just gargling on like a load from Shaquille O'Neal. Just.
See, that's the thing about me. Is like you could say something about boogers, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" But you say Shaquille O'Neal fucking busted in her mouth, and I'm over here laughing.
No, because we know you like semen. You fucking queer.
I do like.
We're gonna
semen.
cut that out.
I do like semen. They're traveling the unknown world at sea.
Oh,
man.
I like what you did
Yeah,
there with
you
that.
fucking like that
you
shit,
clever
bitch?
fucking boy.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I mean, they got harpoons and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Seamen, Moby Dick. Good stuff. Oil, pirates.
I did go through a little phase where I would listen to those songs that they play on ships and shit, whatever the fuck
like
they're
the
called.
Yo-ho, yo-ho.
Yeah,
Pirates Life
shit
for
like
Me.
that.
Dude, I would love
We'll
to be a pirate.
alright if the wind is in our sails. We'll be alright. Yeah, shit's fire.
What the where did that come
Shit
from?
is fucking fire, let me tell you.
Hell! I don't know where you pulled that from.
Dude,
That was like a 50-year-old fucking English opera singer. The fuck was that?
It's my secret passion. I want to be like Christopher Columbus. Just sail to the fucking Netherlands.
No, dude, I love pirates. I
Fucking
love
find some
pirates.
slaves.
I remember, like a year ago or two, you know how like the Snapchat channels are like just gay overload? Like the Snapchat like sub channels?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was one, and they
I
were
fucking
like,
hate them.
yeah,
they're
they're
all
crazy. They're crazy. It was
Liberal
one-
or fucking.
just so gay. So gay. Like she was like, back in the day, did you know pirates actually used to be gay and fuck each other all the time? And like, just who cares? Like, who cares? Like, dude, Jack Sparrow, if he was like fucking,
Not all of them. All of them.
I don't know. I don't
She's
know.
saying
the
it was
truth
like
of
a
it.
niche where like gay people would love to be pirates.
No, it's just like they had no women on the boat, so they just fuck each other.
Oh, maybe that's where the term butt pirate comes from.
What?
You never heard that? You never heard that term before?
What the fuck is a butt pirate?
That's exactly what you think it is.
All right, we're looking this up. This is where Urban Dictionary comes in handy. If this isn't actually a thing, I'm going to be pissed at you.
Dude, Urban Dictionary, literally everything is a thing.
Very true. Like Mississippi milkshake.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's a real thing, but I feel like it
Dude,
definitely is.
I mean, a butt pirate is exactly what you think it is. One who raids and plunders one's rectum/colon/anus. To use an example, it has one. Alex is a butt pirate.
Wow. I like this.
Yeah.
I think this is a new term.
You learn something new every day, dude. For real.
Wow. Going for that booty. Searching for that booty.
That beauty because the pee-hole's duct taped. Can't fucking forget that, lads.
No, but yeah, I remember seeing that and I was just like, I never gave a fuck about who Jack Sparrow was fucking. I never gave a fuck.
Oh, no.
And like Superman became trans, I never gave a fuck about Superman's gender identity when I was a kid.
He did?
Yeah, they made him trans now.
What do you
Excuse me, them.
What do you mean? Who made him trans?
Superman, DC. Superman is now a transgender.
I don't believe you.
Look it up. All right, I'll look it up.
Why? That doesn't even make sense.
Because you have to make
Since when?
everybody trans. Make
Since
Leonardo
fucking
DiCaprio
when?
trans. Make your mother trans.
You gotta be inclusive to these motherfuckers who want a pussy hole.
Oh wait, I'm wrong. This is a long time ago. Here we go. But not far. The new Superman comes out as bisexual. An upcoming comment, and there he is kissing another boy.
I mean, I guess that's still bad. That's better than being trans.
Here we go. This is good. He dodged punches from Muhammad Ali and even faced off against white supremacists. But in an upcoming issue of new Superman series, the Man of Steel enters into a queer relationship. He's bisexual after falling for Jay Nakamura. Isn't that the chess player?
I was like, what? Yeah. Wait, what is his last name? Wait, go back up.
Nakamura. Right there.
Bro. Why are they doing him like that?
It's what they always do, man. Hikaru.
Nakamura?
Yeah.
Bro, that's fucked up.
I think that's like Smith in Japan.
That's Is it really?
I'm pretty sure. I've like heard like 50
different
Nakamuras.
I was about to say, damn, they just fucking did. You know he's a world champion now, but not in rapid chess or not in normal chess. It's called Fischer random chess. And it's fucking insane. Like, you think normal chess is complicated? Fischer random chess is literally like, so you have all your pawns in your row, but everything on the back rank is like mixed up randomly.
What the fuck?
And
I don't understand chess.
Exactly. So
I
it just
don't understand chess.
makes it more of a hindrance. Like, I understand chess and I don't understand that shit. Like, how you even come up with plans and strategy.
Well, now your world champion's gay for Superman, so take take sanctuary in that. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so this one's fun. We have a guy. Here, let me go to.
I just really fast want to say R.I.P. Takeoff.
For real. I can't even make jokes about that really because it is really fucking sad.
No, yeah, I know.
It's
I was
really
watching.
fucking sad.
Have you seen that one freestyle? Wait, he was playing it last night here. What am I saying? That freestyle where they're all rapping next to each other.
It was
It was
Not Llama Red Pajama.
It wasn't Bad and Bougie. No, it was something.
No, it was an early one.
I think they like.
It was like Young Rich Heiress.
I think that was before they made the song though. Like they were freestyling during that.
You sure?
Yeah, because I don't think they would just like remix the song like that. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't fucking know. Either way, it's very tragic. If you haven't heard, I don't know how you haven't heard.
You've definitely heard.
Yeah, basically, he's deceased at the scene of the crime over a fucking dice game.
Yeah, man, and he had nothing to do with it.
No, yeah,
And
everybody said he was the quiet one that was just standing by idly.
But not only that, it wasn't even like it was one of his own boys who did it.
Well, not on purpose.
Yeah, I know, but like the whole
he
story,
got caught in the crossfire.
The whole story was that Quavo's talking shit, Quavo's losing, so he started getting pissed and started jumping a little bit at this guy. And then out of nowhere, one of their boys, one of the Migos' boys, jumped up and started swinging. Then another one of their boys, they threw out his name. They name dropped him.
Jesus, I guess my fucking turkey's done defrosting. Keep going.
What a retrieval that was. We'll explain that in a couple seconds. But yeah, no, and then one of their own guys started shooting for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And like this is the thing, like why you can't fight anymore. Like, dude, my dad told us stories about how they would literally have gang fights just in the middle of the park. Bicycle chains, fucking bats, and just beat the shit out of each other.
It's like the fucking scene from Anchorman.
Yeah,
where they all meet up. Like nobody has a gun. But they have all of these ridiculous weapons. My dad also told me, he was like, nowadays, you can't just fight it out. People always have to start shooting. Because whenever he was a kid, or whenever he had to be a teenager, my granddad used to own this roofing company, and he worked for him. And on top of these roofs, he said that his coworkers would get pissed at him because he's like the owner's son, whatever. I don't know. My dad was an instigator for a lot of shit, as you know.
Really?
So I don't know the exact occurrences, but he said he would fight people on top of these roofs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And literally king of the hill.
Yeah.
Or if you fall off, you're dead.
Yeah. No, but like it's you can't settle beef like that anymore.
Yeah.
Somebody is gonna just up it and end your life.
It's because people are fucking crazy, dude. People are crazy. Like, and this kind of ties into what I'm. So, crime is rampant in America right now, and so this is a headline from Breitbart on their Instagram. NYC bicyclist fatally shot on the way to shoot another person. And then the caption was, New York is a crime-ridden Democrat. Okay, well, we know their bias. New York City saw at least 3 individuals shot overnight, and one was reportedly on his way to commit a shooting.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
How the turntables.
Mm-hmm. Imagine if, like. How funny would it be if, like, Jeffrey Dahmer was, like, on his way to go eat someone and then, like, got eaten by someone else?
That would be pretty fucking funny.
Like if someone just decided to make him into a fucking pot roast on his way to go chop up some other twink, you know, that would be funny. But no, this is like a problem. And so many rappers have died.
Sorry, I'm just thinking more into that. He like walks into this guy's house and the guy's like, hey, you want a beer? What the fuck? Damn it.
Thank you, Hunter. Here, give me your phone. Let me turn it off. I don't think he turned it off.
Will you take the fucking turkey out of the microwave? Okay, see ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, we'll explain that at the end of the episode, so stay tuned. Yeah, like he's like, he abducts some guy, and then the guy's like, actually, I'm going to cook you.
I got the same acid that you have.
Yeah. Like he like Jeffrey Dahmer like goes to get his fucking drill bit or whatever, and then like he turns around and the other guy has his drill bit, and they're both like, What the fuck?
I even have a battery charger with me right now. Yours is probably dead, isn't it, asshole?
But, and this brings me to another point. I was talking to this one girl at the gym, and I don't know why this conversation went this way, but she started talking about how there are, like on the dark web, there are red rooms where you can literally like.
I've heard of them.
There are chat rooms where you can engage in a cannibalistic relationship consensually. So if you have
I haven't heard about that.
If you have a you like getting eaten fetish, you can contact someone who likes to eat people fetish, and then you can just take chunks out of your arm and then feed it to them at the dinner table.
That is fucked. There was this big Red Room clip going around the internet. It was years ago, back when people really started to understand what the fuck the dark web was and what it was capable of. And it was this guy, and he was forced to eat this bowl, and you couldn't tell what was in the bowl, but people theorized that it was like a family member or like something. It was like this pitch, like fucking, it was just white. The whole room was white with just this table and a chair. And then this fucking guy in a costume comes around the corner. He's like forcing him to eat it.
Oh, great. This is just, that was a videotape from my house when I was 6. That was my father.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better.
That's why I'm jacked. Carnivore diet. I ate my other sister. Yeah, no, that shit's whack, dude. Like, I remember watching this one guy, and he got on the dark web, and he was talking about how he got in this chat room, and it was like this guy dressed as like a butcher, and he would take these girls like in the middle of the room and just like kill them, and like people would be typing in the chat, but it was like all Chinese, and then, so he like finally like he exploded. He was like fucking quit this shit or something, and they all like just started like adding him and shit, and he didn't know what they were saying because it was a different language, and then like the butcher guy comes up in the camera and just like stares at him. And then so he unplugs his computer and like shuts everything down. Everything is shut down. And then he gets a letter in the mail like 2 days later. And it says, "We know who you are." That was it.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's fun.
I mean, I hope they did something with the information instead of just telling him.
Well, I mean, hopefully they killed him. I don't know. But yeah, imagine how much better it would have been if Dahmer had access to the dark web. Then he could have just gotten into, he could have found some twink who liked to get eaten.
Yeah.
And then he could have eaten him. Now it'd be slow, be less.
Yeah, be a little more passive.
But it'd be legal.
I was watching this true crime video because I've been watching, you know this, I've been watching hella true crime shit at work, in the car, whatever. But there was this girl, the caption of the video was "The Lesbian Vampire Killer." Yeah, if that, you can probably already get an idea.
That's just Hillary Clinton.
She had never seen a psychologist or a fucking psychiatrist, and she was obviously fucked up. She would control all of her girlfriends, everybody in her life, basically. And she had this weird fetish for blood. So her girlfriend, she told her one day, well, she wasn't her girlfriend yet, but this one girl owed her a lot of money because the lesbian vampire's grandmother died, and that was her only family member that gave a fuck about her, and she inherited all of her money. It was like £75,000, and she's British. So, take what you will with that. No, I'm kidding. But, no, she told this woman, instead of paying me back all the money that you owe me, let me watch you self-harm and then drink the blood.
Okay.
And then they started dating.
This is awesome.
And she was into, like, witchcraft.
Yeah.
And voodoo and all of that shit.
Yeah.
She had a Ouija board. She had gems.
See, but now when did this happen?
This had to be in the 2000s.
See, so now what would happen in 2022 is
90s,
that
2000s.
they put her on a Snapchat channel, and she would be like destigmatizing a blood fetish. Because that's like what happens. Like I watched this one where this lady was she was like, destigmatizing being a psychopath, and she's asking like frequently asked questions to herself. She like reads them. She's like, does being a psychopath mean you want to harm other people? And she's like, well, not necessarily, but only if it benefits me. And that's it. And then like the whole thing is supposed to make you be like, oh, so being psychopath is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, so
wow,
that's how crazy we've gotten. And like they get fucking full on Satanist on this motherfucker.
Well, it's obvious as a sane person to not agree with their views. It is always so interesting for me to watch interviews with people that have schizophrenia or who are literal sociopaths. Like, it really is interesting just to see how their fucking mind works and how beyond the line it is to people like us, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why we're literally like just serial killer on serial killer. Like we talked about this, like the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you're just going to have a serial killer cinematic universe. Like literally at the end of the fucking Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, you had John Wayne Gacy have a cameo. It was like, you know, how they revealed Hulk at the end of Thor. And then they'll be like, what if there's like,
yeah, they're glamorizing the fuck out of them.
What if there's like, let's see, what if there's like an Avengers movie, but for all the serial killers?
And they all come together.
And they have to like fight against like, who'd they fight against? Who'd be like the enemy? Like Mahatma Gandhi?
FBI?
No, the FBI is probably on their side right now.
What do you mean?
This is a comedy show. I love you, FBI.
Yeah, don't look up my browser history.
Yeah.
Please, guys.
A lot of fucking blood play on there. But
I could totally see that happening though.
Yeah, what if that happened and it's just like Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy, Zodiac Killer, the Night Stalker, just all standing in a line like with the ba 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 ba, and they're like this, you know, facing against like
let's kill innocents.
Yeah, facing like Martin Luther King with the Infinity Gauntlet on or something like that. You know, that's what I picture. But yeah, it's just crazy. And like they literally dropped like Jeffrey Dahmer and then the Watchers, which is a satanic cult. Gotta love that.
Is it?
And then we'll see what's coming next.
What was that cult where the leader made them believe that dying was just being sent up into a spaceship to a different planet? It was this whole ritual where they all dressed up in white, and it was planned mass suicide, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And they all had some punch that had like cyanide or something in it. And they all knew it, but they just thought that whenever they would die, a spaceship would come over, drop down, pick them up, and take them to the motherland.
Mormons. I'm just kidding. No, I know what you're talking about, and I actually do think they were Christian or maybe an offset. I know what you're talking about, like the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid thing was infamous.
They were definitely not Christian.
I can't remember. I can't remember
what it's called. I saw a video on it, or it was in my suggested videos.
Of course it was.
Yeah. It may have been. It was like some fucking priest or some guy who was running the whole thing. And
yeah, I can't remember, but like, you know, the new serial killers thing is the new basic white bitch thing to do. It's like Outer Banks went to now serial killers.
Yeah.
You had Hallmark, Then it went to Outer Banks. Now it's serial killers.
Only thing with that is, like, imagine all of the copycats that watch this and then they're deranged and they're like, oh, I never thought about this. And then they get into it and they're like, oh, he killed animals when he was young too?
Dude, that's my whole thing. That's my whole thing with it is like how many people are out there and this is like reinforcing some beliefs that
Their ideology.
They've kept repressed until now, and now they're like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dahmer had, how many years was he like?
It was over a decade.
So he was doing this for over a decade.
Yeah,
Wow.
A long ass time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they say, hey, fuck it. I get 10 fun years. Why not?
So this brings up another true crime podcast that I was watching about this other guy who had something wrong with him, obviously. But he only killed rapists and child predators.
Okay. So he's like a vigilante.
Yeah, because he was sexually assaulted by his own father when he was young. His own father.
Okay.
And he didn't necessarily remember it because your brain, whenever you go through trauma, especially that young, your brain puts up this blockade of amnesia.
Right.
At least it tries to.
Right.
Just so that you psychologically do not have that pain, do not have that suffering, like in your memory. So whenever this guy, he was a sex worker because he grew up fucking shitty, got addicted to drugs. Okay. That whole mess. So he starts fucking this guy who's paying him, and he's like, hey, I just want you. Like, I just want to fuck you. I don't want you to fuck anybody else. And so he's like, okay, I'm getting paid for just me. That's different instead of just sex. Like, so he's basically like his sugar daddy.
Yeah, it's just like any other marriage.
Exactly. He's just a sugar daddy. So one day his sugar daddy comes up to him and he's like, hey, what do you think about these? And he hands him a bunch of pictures. And in these pictures displays him doing very sexual acts to children. Very traumatizing shit that floods this man's memory. Or floods this man's brain with the memories. Yeah. He remembered everything that he went through as a kid. And once that happened, he went fucking ape shit.
Had a psychotic break.
He tackled him on the bed. The sugar daddy was like, oh, okay, is this what we're doing? Like, started flirting with him because he thought he was being for real. He grabbed some sort of fabric. I don't know what it was, like a shirt or pillowcase, whatever. Started suffocating him. And that's when the sugar daddy realized that he was fucked.
Oh, fuck.
And then he dies. But this man had a conscience. He went to the police and turned himself in. And he was admitted to one of the most notorious, infamous mental hospitals in London, which was known for not solving anything, just really fucking them up even more.
Yeah. Transorbital lobotomy type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He gets there and he meets another pedophile, brings him into the bathroom, stabs him with his partner who he recruited. For days, they sanded down these spoons into knives. Fucking stab him. Hella. He dies.
Oh, shit.
He turns himself in again. Because he's like, he told the police, he was like, I am going to keep killing.
I'm Batman.
I am going to keep killing. He would hit their face first. The face was like the most like concentrated spot for him because every time he saw this pedophile or sexual predator's face, he saw his dad's face and it enraged him. Dude, it's just fucking crazy.
Should have stuck this man on fucking Epstein or some shit. Just have him go batshit.
Yeah,
he went drop him off on the island.
After the mental hospital, they sent him to prison. But on the fucking block with everybody. He could communicate and socialize with everybody.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where he was like, okay, I've warned them.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
If you are a pedophile, you're dead.
Yeah.
So he made it a goal to kill as many pedophiles in one day that he could.
How many?
First guy he lured into his room. But for some context, everybody in the prison already knew how batshit he was for pedophiles.
Yeah.
So pedophiles, if they were smart, they already knew and would not go into his room. One guy, dumbass, went in his room, started stabbing him, it sounded like he took this man like a rag doll and slammed his face against the wall.
Was he a big guy?
I don't know. I don't know. They didn't show a picture, but he slammed his face against the walls on the fucking bed frame.
Hell yeah.
And then the second guy, he was like, okay, I can't lure anybody back into my room. So he decided that he's going to do it in front of everybody out on the main floor.
Yeah, send a message.
Exactly.
Fucking China
Exactly.
type shit.
So well, that was his last resort. So he went out there thinking that, and he was like, oh, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. That's too obvious. So he walks by, and he's plotting, and he sees this one guy sleeping who he knows is a sexual predator. And he thinks, this is perfect. So he walks in there. While he's still sleeping, starts beating the fuck out of him, strangling him. After that, he walks into the warden's office, the fucking head honcho of the prison, and says, because, again, he has a conscience.
Yeah.
So after because he goes fucking manic. He goes crazy whenever he thinks of his dad and sees his face on his victims' faces.
Yeah.
But after, he feels bad. So he goes to the warden's office, and he's like, you're going to be too short off roll call. That's all he says. The police tackle him.
Wait, what? Oh,
Like, you're gonna two down.
Yeah, I was like,
on the
okay.
roll call.
Now I understand. Well, fuck yeah, they're like, oh, this is a pedophile, whatever. You know? It's like if you lose 2 pedophiles, you're gonna be like, well, at least I didn't lose a gun on Young Thug. You know, as long as they're safe in my prison, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I want to keep the
They're
tunes.
getting special treatment. I mean, Gunna's still posting Instagram posts.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, how long did they get?
Were they tried?
I don't know.
I don't think there was a verdict yet. I feel like I would have seen it.
Dude, I hope they're not in there for long. That shit's some fucking bullshit, man.
Let's look up what what they could be facing. I think Young Thug could be facing
I think I heard this. He could be fucked.
like life.
That's so fucking stupid. That is so fucking stupid.
Let's see. Oh, there's additional charges that were just put on Young Thug too. Fucking ad blocker. Just let me block the fucking ads, dude. Well, Young Thug is like the head man in this whole
He's a fucking
thing.
goat, man. He's a fucking goat.
I mean, it wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't serious. So, but all I've heard about Young Thug is good things, like random people talking to him. There was this girl who was playing pool in this club, and Young Thug just came up and started talking to her, and she made him sound like the coolest, down-to-earth guy.
Yeah, well, here, go up to the top. Go up to the top. So, facing new indictment, full category. He now faces additional charges of participation in criminal street gang activity, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of a machine gun and drug charges. Yeah, so, like, I mean, It's all low-hanging fruit. They're getting him on. Like, none of this is, like, really immoral shit. Did he kill anyone?
Well, that's the Rico shit, though. I feel like
Okay,
there
but,
has to
like-
be murder involved because I saw that he was facing life. I don't think he'll be facing life just for racketeering and petty drug
By
and gun charges.
participating in a pattern of illegal activity to obtain money and property.
So maybe the racketeering was just batshit.
It's fucking ridiculous. I say let him do it, man. Let him fucking do it. Like, what is this? Is BlackRock owns like 2.6 or like $7 trillion worth of assets, and you know they're gonna own 3/4 of the real estate in the country in 10 years, and we're putting Young Thug in jail for maybe stealing an old bitch's apartment.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who fucking cares? I mean, these are fucking goats, man. I mean, it's hard to say there's not systemic racism when shit like this happens. And then
that's their whole thing. I don't know if you saw, but Gunna on his Instagram behind bars is preaching protect black art.
Yeah.
Because they're using these songs against them. They're using the songs against them. Saying, oh, he's talking about putting a hit on somebody here and guns and drugs and all of this shit.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid, man. Like, this really is.
Oh, look at that. I was just talking about it. There's a YouTube video. It says how prosecutors will use Young Thug's song lyrics in his trial.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, what are you going to... How about they listen to the message of, like, fuck cancer? Huh? Ain't doing that.
I fuck cancer.
Shout out to Boozy.
I fuck your main bitch in the jacuzzi.
Yeah. Like,
Hey.
use that in court. God, fuck him. Dude, fuck the system, man. And I heard something funny. I know we talked about Kanye, but I wanted to bring up this point. You remember what I talked about yesterday?
What'd you say?
About Kanye.
What about him?
So, basically, Kanye's fucked. He lost his deal with Adidas,
Oh, yeah.
Balenciaga. Yeah, I
All
think
on the same day.
he lost like his school that he was running.
Mm-hmm. I saw a TikTok by this guy, and he was the only person on this school bus, and he said, POV, you have to go to a public school because Kanye's school was shut down. He's the only person on this bus.
Yeah, man, that sucks. It sucks. But I heard this really funny take on it. Dave Smith, comedian, he has a podcast called Part of the Problem. And he said if there was any way to prove that Jews were in control of the media, it is by taking away everything this man owns in a matter of a week.
Yeah.
You know, like
that is a great argument, though.
if for real, like, and I'm not saying, hey, listen, I'm not saying I love Jews. I have a roommate that's a Jew.
I'm saying it's true.
I love orange Jews.
Oh shit! Now
Yeah,
you got the play on words.
I did that.
Okay,
I
okay.
did that.
No, I do love Jews. I mean, yeah, one of our good friends is Jewish. But,
Literally one of my best friends.
but Kanye is not wrong. The whole point is he is trying to advocate awareness over his problem that the Jewish owners of the media, not only the media, but the music industry.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking him over with these deals.
Yeah.
That's just what he's trying to say, and everybody's like, "Oh, Hitler."
Yeah. And I mean, hey, it does not sound good. Doesn't sound good.
Well, it's the way that he presented it.
Right. He
I'm
does
a little
not,
bit tired, but I'm going DEFCON 3 on all Jews tomorrow.
That's just having some fun, man. That's all that is. And I thought, because a year ago was the, or maybe, a year ago was when the Israel-Palestine shit was really cooking up. And, AOC, fucking Ilhan Omar, all the fucking progressives were like, fuck Jews, fuck Israel, Palestine, get them. Go Gaza.
Was that only a year ago?
That was a year. I think it was a year ago. I can't remember. But now, like, we flip the script. And it's just so funny how that happens. How, like, we're like, support black men. And then, like, the second one of them gets out of line, they're like, well, never mind.
The thing that I think about, too, is politics. Like, everything is politics. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. Everything, when it comes to media, is like Andrew Tate, for instance. I was watching an interview with him, and he said, the reason why they took me off all major platforms is because I would not push their democratic ideologies, their liberal ideologies. Mm-hmm. And I have an enormous influence on the youth. Mm-hmm. That's fucking facts, dude. Because you know damn well all these people are telling him to say certain things, and he's like, fuck that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to use my platform for me.
You can't say what you want anymore. And what we were talking about in maybe the last episode is like the way to handle something like this is to do what Lex Friedman did and like get him on your show, take it to the court of fucking logic, and then see who's right. And then if he's not right, either he concedes his opinion or he loses his credibility. Either of which is pretty successful in my book. But just canceling him, because I feel like canceling him makes it feel like now it's like this esoteric hidden knowledge to where people are like, oh, they got canceled? I'm not going to listen to what they say. They must be right, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people are like, okay, now this is like hidden truth for me. A lot of people, it's like ingrained in a lot of people.
That's the whole thing.
This is why conspiracy theories are popular, is because people have an obsession with like finding out secrets.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, sorry.
That's the whole fucking thing. It's like they're just trying to silence people. The freedom of speech.
Freedom of thought.
Basically.
Even
freedom of speech has gone out the fucking window in the past few years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't remember this being such a big deal like 2016, 2018.
No.
Like, the COVID era really put a lot of despicable, like, very social changing aspects into the mix. Like, you have all this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to get specific, but you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, though. Like, the whole world is different after COVID.
Yeah.
But it's not even because of COVID. Because
Dude,
COVID's gone now.
Yeah.
It's
has there, this is like the craziest thing to think about. Has there ever been a period in the world history, where the world just went on pause for a week? Literal pause. Nobody was going anywhere. A lot of businesses weren't functioning.
Well, there was a COVID roughly 80, 100 years ago, but no in the aspect of social media and everybody staying interconnected online like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it did a lot of things. Because the big thing with COVID that it did for free speech.
Or it might have been the Spanish flu, something like that.
Yeah, that was the Spanish flu.
Yeah. But it was technically COVID, like the type of virus or whatever.
I'm not into that biology shit. Biology is for nerds.
I don't fuck with biology. Think I'm fucking brain or something.
Yeah.
Brain's our friend. He's a biology major.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, like the big thing with COVID with free speech was like, okay, if you speak out against COVID and about the veracity of the CDC's findings about masks, then people won't wear masks, and then people will get killed in public.
Whenever COVID first came out, exactly. Whenever COVID first came out, I went down the whole rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah.
Because like you, I love conspiracies.
Oh, yeah.
I love that shit.
Who don't?
I love that shit. I went down the whole fucking rabbit hole about the UNC tests, the scientific tests that they were doing.
Yeah,
and how
UNC,
one of the women, UNC Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
One of the women there, who was a scientist, went back to China.
Yeah.
Because she was Chinese and all that shit. You can look into it. I went down the whole rabbit hole of that. But also, there was this guy on YouTube who went New York City during the boom of COVID. Went to every hospital in his area, in his immediate area. Nobody. These hospitals, these clinics, during the peak of COVID, when they said that everybody was dying, like stay indoors, wear a fucking mask, before the vaccine even. These hospitals were empty.
Well, dude, I remember this guy who worked at UNC, like, came on a video. He retired in, like, 2015, and he was, like, working very heavily with, like, COVID and bats in particular in 2012. And he was checking out, like, the risk of if this could naturally evolve to infect humans
exactly
from bats.
What you're saying, yes.
And he was like, it was impossible. Like, it was impossible
to
naturally transmit from bats to humans.
Yep.
And he said, this is evidence.
They put that component in there.
Yeah.
They put the human component, the aspect of transmitting it over to our gene, or not our genes, but our fucking DNA and all that shit. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Dude, I remember.
I'm not a biology major either, so I don't understand all that shit.
I remember, dude, COVID was like, obviously it's disastrous for society, but it was so fun, dude. It was so fun. I'd get drunk.
Oh, yeah.
I would get, and that was like when I found my conspiracy shit. Like, my friend, my neighbor, sent me this movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called Under the Shadows or something. Can't remember. It's something about the shadows. And it was like this long movie, very well produced, about like Epstein, Pizzagate, fucking COVID, movies, all this shit. Like the intro shit, like Conspiracy 1101. And then I found this podcast, still one of the greatest, Sam Tripoli. If you ever see this, please have me on your show. I will suck your cock.
Wow.
Tinfoil hat, Sam Tripoli. That was their fucking peak, and he'd been doing this shit for years. And I would just like listen to this shit, like hammered. And a lot of it is like, I don't believe a lot of it, but it's still so fun to listen to.
It's entertaining.
Like, they had this guy, his name was Bishop Larry Gators, and he'd be like, there are 6 columns in the Green Conference of Geneva's fucking climate change building. There are 6 jets that fly out from Germany every day, and then there are 6 leaders meeting on fucking July 6th, 2016. What does that tell you? 666. It's the devil. And it was just like, so funny and so like, I didn't believe it, but it was just interesting. It was just so fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I missed that shit.
COVID was a great time.
It was, man.
Because, personally, I mean, nobody's in school.
Yeah.
First of all, there's like a whole delay when it comes to school. So, me and my roommates, we would sit out in the living room. We all got our Xboxes and PlayStations. Sat out in the living room and played Warzone.
Oh, yeah,
like, man. We all had, like, I had a fucking home movie, like, dinner stand.
Yeah.
With my shit on it.
Yeah.
With my monitor on it. And
I remember
we
it.
all were, like, this close to each other, just fucking running it up.
Dude, it was so fun, man.
And I was such a stoner. I mean, I still smoke a lot now, but I couldn't even smell the weed.
Oh, well,
and I
dude.
was like, what the fuck is going on? We would take shots of Taka. That was whenever Taka, like, was just falling off in our friend group, because we learned that Taka is not.
Taka's no good.
Taka is a young man's drink. Like,
yeah.
Like
a young retarded man.
But then we had some leftover Taka. And we were like, fuck it, let's take shots
Taste
because we
nothing.
can't taste it
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would like my mom would, and by the way, isn't it just like the funniest thing how liquor stores were considered essential businesses, but gyms weren't? That just like tells you like what the prerogative was. But anyway, my mom would get like just these because I was trying to make a bottle cap table with all these different caps, and she'd just go to the liquor store, drop like a fucking band on just 6 packs of different kinds of beer. And I got to the point where I could not do my homework unless I was like 6 beers in. Like I had to be shit-faced. And then every day, that was like the only time in my life where I was actually kind of like getting a lot of weight, but I didn't fucking care. I was like, fuck it. And just all day, dude. Just drunk. You had no responsibility. It was fucking amazing. It was amazing.
Dude, for real. It was like this weird limbo period where you could just fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There'll never be, I don't think there's ever been a period in history where that's happened, and I don't think there ever will be ever again.
While it is great for us because it was our early years of college, sure, but I feel so bad for the kids that were like their senior year of high school.
That was my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my brother.
Yeah.
Because like they're not experiencing such a pivotal time in their life where they have prom and they have football games and they're really just like figuring out the world and they're forced to stay in their house.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I don't know. It's good to reminisce on those times. Although it has brought imminent disaster to the economy and the world and the government. Hey.
I mean, COVID, going back on my earlier statement, it's like COVID allowed for this introduction of these out of the world fucking policies and ideas.
Dude.
Like
No. I remember so on Tinfoil Hat, like a big buzzword going around the conspiracy theory community was the Great Reset. And then like
I've seen that.
People on CNN would be like, these conspiracy theories are talking about the Great Reset and vaccine passports. And then Klaus Schwab, the leader of the World Economic Forum,
New World Order,
literally writes a book called The Great Reset, talking about the New World Order. And they start implementing vaccine passports. Mm-hmm. And they're all like, oh, but you said this wasn't going to happen. And then it did. It was like the craziest time because you could see conspiracy theories coming to fruition in the matter of months.
I can't remember who it was or what kind of press conference it was, but there was this big leader that he was in charge of some fucking company or something, and he was like, we need to advocate and follow this new world order.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay.
Wasn't it like George Bush who said like New World Order like 40 times? Like literally the world, I
didn't know about that.
New World Order. Yeah, some crazy. And he's like, this is an interesting point that I heard. So with 9/11, we're not going to get into this because I've talked about 9/11 ad nauseum. But with 9/11, like the reaction by the right wing was basically the same as the left wing's reaction to COVID. It was shut the fuck up, don't question it, we're going to take your civil liberties away in the pursuit of safety. And
exactly, and that's what followed after that was what's his name? The guy who leaked a bunch of shit. He worked for the NSA. He was a contractor. Snowden, yep.
Yeah.
After that, that's what followed was Snowden.
Yep,
he was a contractor, so he still worked for the government, but he was
third party.
Third party basically. Which he said people think that contractors just go building to building and shit like that, but no, he worked in the same building, but it was he had access, or his coworkers more so told him about their access of all of this shit. Like civil liberties, just like you were saying, just taken away, like them being able to look at all of our text messages, all of our emails, to cross-reference it with terrorism, basically saying that if you're talking about terrorism or you have any serious threats, then you will be you'll basically be found and put on a list. But I know it was way more than that. People are more diabolical than that with that amount of power.
Whether or not you think it was a government inside operation doesn't really matter, because there's that quote by Winston Churchill: "Never let a good crisis go to waste." You know, and so they certainly didn't do that. Also, like the format of everything, every single like massive shift in government policy, authoritarian shift, shall we call it, is always formatted in problem, reaction, solution. Mm-hmm. Like you have the problem, and then you have the reaction of the people, and then they offer you the solution. It's like the format every single time. So it's very fun.
But the solution doesn't always correlate with the reaction. It's like,
yeah, sometimes it's forced. Like sometimes they don't react the way you want to, you know, and then you have to, yeah, right. Exactly.
Or either the other way around. Like the people are like, okay, I understand doing all this shit, but like you don't have to take it that far.
Yeah, and it's just getting better and better. Like we now have, in Georgia, we have a Senate race between Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock. And I get an ad every day on YouTube about how Herschel Walker has shoved a new barrel of a gun in a new female's head or a son. And then how Raphael Warnock like apparently just eats babies in the pulpit. And these are two senators, and one's great and the other one's just Satan incarnate. And there's no in between. There's no maybe, hey, both of them might be bad. And there's like none of that.
The Republican commercials are so much softer. Like I either they were coerced to not make them as harsh, or they just really didn't realize how bad it was gonna be for Herschel, because this motherfucker is getting slandered.
Yep. But in all reality, it's because now. Don't get me wrong.
It's because he was one of the greatest college athletes in the world.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is. It's a popularity contest now. That's all politics is. We don't vote based off of logic. Like you have some guy up there and say like, the way we're going to bring back a robust economy is to subsidize the middle class and increase entrepreneurship, and that'll give money to the lower class and take away money from the upper class. So everybody would be like, boo. And then you get some guy who stands up there and you have two of them, okay? And you have the right-wing version who's like, let's kill the Muslims. And everybody's like, yeah. And then
yeah, boy.
Yeah, and then the other one's like, I'm trans. Your son's going to be trans. And they're like,
yeah.
And so that's what it's going to be forever.
That's a great segue into what like I want to talk about. Like politics in the past, there was some middle ground. Now it is so left-wing and right-wing.
It's polarized.
It's so polarized. And that is a chemistry term. Polarized. That's a chemistry term.
Really?
Yeah. I like that.
Wow. As beneath, so as
politics
below.
Term, too. But
as
that's
above,
not the
so
point.
below.
That's not the point. It's like...
duality.
It's either...
Taoism.
It's
Zen.
Either you give the homeless person your wallet or you kill them.
Yeah, literally. It's either let's have abortions allowed in the 4th trimester, or we just start hunting bitches.
Duct taping their pussy.
Duct taping their pussy all shut. Mm-hmm. And there's no in between.
No in between.
Nothing. Yeah, it's either take everyone's guns away and we'll end up like Great Britain, where people are just taking broadswords out in the street.
Yeah, machetes.
Yeah, or
fucking like Freddy Krueger,
like fucking what's his name, Daryl Brooks, just plowing trucks in the middle of a parade.
Edward Scissorhands just pulls up on you.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
It's either that or
everybody. Kids have guns in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's you come out the womb, you get a gun.
Yeah.
That's what some people
You
want.
already have the license out of the womb.
Yeah. They should give you a free gun whenever you buy a pack of beer at the gas station. So.
Wow. I love this. I think we should wrap it up, though.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. So, we have sketches out. I am
too.
disappointed with their performance.
Me too.
Fix it. They're good. They're funny. We're putting a lot of effort. We're putting a lot more effort than you are.
Don't blame us for the human attention span. We know that you probably haven't even reached this far in this video. If you have, congratulations. But go to our fucking TikTok, bar_talk. Just fucking watch them, dude.
Yeah.
Just watch them.
We're putting in a lot of fucking effort. We're not making TikToks doing this, talking about how we're in college and studying nursing school, and we're also working in a winery. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit.
Especially the editing, man. The editing is the longest part.
Yeah. And none of you fucking care. Are you editing that shit? Fuck no. You're not editing except you're giving yourself a Brazilian butt lift on the fucking TikTok. Fuck you.
I love how at the end of every video is just you you just yelling at the audience like, you accuser,
you fucking
motherfucker.
You fucking accuser of the brethren.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, this is our life now.
Yeah. It's do or die. We've cut off all plan Bs because plan Bs will do nothing but hinder our success. This makes us hungry, starving wolves, and a starving wolf will do anything.
The Democrats would like that sentence.
What?
You know, the plan B, it's just, it's a hindrance.
True. So yeah, Bartalk, Bar Space Talk with Carson Hunter on Spotify, Platinum Nugget Studios. We're gonna be posting your music and shit on there when you finally drop that shit.
Well, Brian and I are one of our best friends. We finally finished our last song in the mixtape, so it actually will be soon. I know I've brought it up before, but it will be soon,
and it's gonna be good.
And it will be the first thing that I have dropped on Spotify in God knows how long.
But it'll be fucking amazing. It'll be amazing. So posting the shit on there. Follow our TikTok, bar_talk, right? Yeah.
Subscribe, like if you haven't yet.
Suck my nuts. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
What the fuck are you talking to, motherfucker?
What the fuck are you even looking at?
Fucking keep that mouth shut.
Have a great day.
Bitch.